Okay, quick demonstration on area key and a little explanation of what this tool is doing. Some of the ways you can modify it. You've got your numbers here that you can enter in, and you've got some settings that you can set, and a depth to stop betting, and also how much per number that you're going to bet on, which will be dependent on how many numbers that you're logging. So let's do 15 numbers. So that is basically logging. If 17 comes in, that will basically cancel out the numbers either side of it. And as you can see here, I've entered a few numbers in, and you can see some areas of the board haven't hit in a while. Well, three numbers that they haven't hit for. And other ones, you can see what was the last number, which was 13, which will be right in the middle of all these zeros, see? And that basically shows what has hit. And up here you have the positive, which is basically the numbers either side of it up to 15. So that'd be 7 numbers either side of the number that's just come in. Now let's just enter a few numbers in, and so if I keep it around 13, you'll then soon see some areas of the board light up. It's accepted that 13. You can see some areas of the board haven't hit in 4 goes now. And I'm going to lower this down just so we see more of the board lighting up. And positive will keep on 4 because that's going to light up in a minute. We'll add 36 right next to 13 just because I want to see more of the board light up. There you go. This is now the negative is lit up. You can see that there's quite a lot of the board that hasn't been hit in a long period of time. And if you look down here, you've got a whole bunch of numbers saying 666. Basically, they haven't been hit in 6 occurrences, and down here at the other side of the board. Now, I don't normally bet when I see the table quite like that unless I'm betting on 18 numbers, which is basically half the board. I basically wait until it's cleared up and it shows a little bit. I go through and do this now, like if say 22 comes in, and you've got a bit sort of clearer idea of where's hitting 17, and now that's more of the look of board I would bet on. Don't worry about this orange that's just popped up. That's basically the positive saying that the ball's jumping around and it's now got to its point that it's required to bet, which is 4. Up to you whether you bet or not, but I generally just bet on the positive. And so that's giving you 2 betting options, doing number 17 and the numbers either side of it, because generally the positive happens at a maximum of 4, which this is now at. Or you've got the negative, which is now tells you to start betting at 6, and you've got hit up here 0 is at 8 and 26 is at 8. So you could do 2 bets, one on the 26 and one on the 0, which are right next to each other, doing 15 numbers covering that whole section there. And in theory, you could do both the positive and negative at the same time, but because you're then clicking so many neighbours bets, I generally just stick to the positive and do the odd negative every so often. It's a tool that you can customize. You can basically enter numbers in, see how a board's behaving on its maximums, then set the maximums up here of what you want to basically track. If you're doing down to 9 numbers or all the way up to 18 numbers, there's a martingale system that will add up how much your bets are, and if you've got a stop, it'll then stop at depth of 4. It's then up to you if you then stop at depth of 4, if you then come back and change that to a higher bet, for example on your first bet, until you get 2 wins and step it back, like a stepped martingale system, which is what the step thirds does. But you can imply the same sort of method here. It's a very hands-on tool. We basically log a table, see what it's doing, and then try and bet a few steps in, but on the sort of generally when things are happening. And it's a very effective tool. Hope you have fun with it, and that's the area key.